I'm telling my story in turbulent and violent times. In the year I founded my library at my ancestral home of Innerpeffray. Here, in my humble chapel, I'm offering an escape from the havoc in our land. Scarcely a day has passed for 40 years without battles, torture and executions. We see no other way to act than with repression and bloodshed. This same year heralds what history will call the killing time. Our King Charles II is systematically hunting down the Covenanters, crushing any opposition to his rule of the Church. And all those caught attending conventicles are now rounded up, tortured and executed. This country is a vision of hell. 30 years back, I knew nothing other than violence and hard steel to address my thoughts. I faithfully fought for King Charles I alongside my brother-in-law, the noble Marquis of Montrose. Our battles were legendary, but at last we were defeated and captured. He was hanged, drawn and quartered in Edinburgh. Time changed me. I would never again hold a sword. Books and ink would replace the blood I once shed so freely. Books are my salvation. If John Knox had not reformed our Scottish Church more than a century ago, we might have been spared endless years of conflict and unrest. But without Knox, we would still be an uneducated people. Now everyone can read, not only the Bible, but any text they please. It seems incredible that in a country so dark and torn, we Scots become more literate than any other people in the world. So I have lately begun a library. It is to be for the benefit of all. I am lending my precious books to cotters and craftsmen and ordinary people who wish to learn about theology, geography, the sciences, astronomy and history. My library is bringing the world to its borrowers. Innerpeffray was the first. It might once have seemed an eccentric idea to lend precious books to strangers, but in time, every town in Scotland will have its own library and free school. This freedom of learning and knowledge will lead to remarkable changes in Scotland. By the end of the 18th century, the might of the Scottish Enlightenment will become a driving force towards the making of the modern world. The quill will replace the sword. My library today contains many of the texts of the Scottish Enlightenment. Here is a rare and wonderful, ever-growing collection of extraordinary thinking, of discovery and adventures, of prose and poetry, and learning and imagination. Here is a living library. People have wandered through the open doors of Innerpeffray Library for centuries, in search of what captivates them. And they still come searching to this very day.